What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We're back with some more Sabaton. This time we are checking out the song Stormtroopers from their newest album to what was it, the War to End All Wars? Is that what it was called? The War to End All Wars. Was super excited, right? Because I just started on my Sabaton journey maybe 2-3 months ago, and I've just been kind of going through their discography, kind of poking and picking out. But now we are at the forefront of this, which is super exciting. Okay, at the forefront. Yes, I'm right here. They just released this 3-4 hours ago, and I'm right here, and I'm ready to dive into the latest sounding Sabaton. Now, this song was Stormtroopers. The only information I can find is I think this is going to be kind of an overall about specific Stormtroopers, but it looks like it's about smaller, well-trained and well-equipped units of soldiers who will break the stalemate of the front lines, right? So kind of think of like Berserker kind of tactics, you know what I mean? Where they like pinpoint precision, which is why it's a small group as opposed to like a bigger, huge legion, right? So think of it as a kind of like a needle to the skin as opposed to like big blunt object. One's going to be a lot more precise and surgical, but because of that, right, it's kind of a double-edged sword. You need to be well placed in where you're going to put it at, because sometimes you only get one shot, and that within itself is the scary part, that you might only get one shot. But anyways, let's go ahead, shut up and turn it up, baby. It's time for some Sabotage. Okay. You know what? I was going to pause. I was going to pause here. Like, this is a strategic pausing. Okay. And what I was going to make a remark on is just how quick the notes are in a guitar, right? So they immediately kind of establishing like this really quick kind of rhythm and everything. And then I just kind of think about the nature of Stormtroopers, right? They're called Stormtroopers, right? They drop and they start storming. So it makes sense to have these aggressive kind of really fast melodies. And now that Joachim is starting to sing, his cadence is also very fast. So this is going to be a much aggressive song. Let's get it.
Before it must come to an end, a few will transcend. They were under 25, and under fire they will thrive. The Stormman is born, the enemy's gone. A glimpse of the future, new tactics in war, new doctrine in combat explode. As fast as lightning, there's no time to mourn. A glimpse of the future, and Blitzkrieg is born.
Blitzkrieg, okay.
Yes. The first violent escalation. Out of the trenches, the Stormtroopers rise.
Yo, bro, we off to a good start on this album, baby. We off to an amazing start. Gotta love that chorus, man. Blitzkrieg, right? So just charging in. What was interesting that they said new tactics in war, right? So new tactics. And for some reason, this got me to think of the Romans, right? And how they were known for their military might, but more importantly, they were known for their tactics. And back then, I'm pretty sure some of their tactics can't be used in modern technology, right? With all the technology we have in, but they have very interesting ways of using a small amount of troops, if I'm not believing, and causing overwhelmingly differences just by strategy alone. So I started thinking that when he started taking new tactics and everything, and the reason why they're so effective is because, like I said, it's under 25 people, right? Which is very small compared to these full scale on wars with thousands and thousands of enemies. Now, they also, the description also said that they were well equipped, right? They even got, if this image is correct, which I'm pretty sure it is, Sabaton does their history, they even got gas masks on, right? Which means that they're probably doing kind of like bio warfare or something. That is scary. It's this was pretty, I don't know if this was the start or if the SWAT team kind of took some of their inspiration from shock troopers, but that's pretty much what it is. The SWAT team in war. That's scary. I'm sitting here fighting a battle and I'm seeing all these dudes charging at me with these ghostly masks, and they are charging at me with relentless bloodthirsty force, and a lot of my men are just dying. I don't know what to do. That's a scary thought.
Out of the trenches, the Stormtroopers rise. Jaggers led the way.
Okay.
Initiative gained, advancement sustained. Lead through direct command as they're advancing through the land, encircling their flanks and ravage the ranks. Expose the reinforcements,
Right.
destroying the lines. New doctrine in combat alliance. Infantry attacks, exposing the cracks. New combat ideals on the Kaiserschlagsfields. Strike at 0 hour with overwhelming firepower. They're fueled by the fear in their enemy's eyes. It's a shock troop infiltration.
I love this hook. I love this. I love this hook.
Out of the trenches, the Stormtroopers rise.
I'm expecting an aggressive solo here, like super aggressive. Oh, brothers in arms singing and rejoice, victory, victory, hymns, if you will. There it is. You know what would have been interesting? So that's interesting way that they structured this. So here's why I decided to think about that solo. The brooding kind of like hums by the background. And I think of that as kind of like the ongoing, right? Because they say like on the battle of the front lines that it stales sometimes. So it's just one after another, one picking after another, and then reinforcements coming in and they're kind of replenishing their ranks. And it's just this long kind of drawn out thing. So if I was to represent that audibly, then that's probably what I would do, you know, slow it down, kind of talking. I have all these brooding guys just singing everything, kind of giving like this sense of weary and fatigue and everything on the battlefield. And then the shock troopers come and then things escalate very quickly. So therefore the solo starts picking up and where was he going? He was jamming. Okay, very interesting. Now, what I would have liked to see, just a small, what I would have liked to see would be that the fast part of the solo ends, like doesn't have the same amount of musical time, right, to kind of reinforce just how quick and decisive the stormtroopers were. Now that would have been very interesting. Okay, I think they had the same amount of measurements. Now I'm going back and looking at it. I think they both had like maybe 16 measures, but that would have been very interesting. Okay, I love the type of thought Sabaton puts into their music, man. This is one of the many things about their music that makes me a fan.
There's no time to mourn. A glimpse of the future and blitzkrieg is born. Strike at 0 hour with overwhelming firepower. They're fueled by the fear in their enemy's eyes. It's a shock troop infiltration, a fast and violent escalation.
Fast and violent.
The trenches, the stormtroopers rise. Strike at 0 hour with overwhelming firepower. They're fueled by the fear in their enemy's eyes.
Love it.
Out of the trenches, the stormtroopers rise.
Yo, this song was amazing. Okay, yo, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what else we got in stock, but I mean, yo, I love that. I love that. Hold on, now I gotta look up Blitzkrieg. Now, I've heard, you know, the name Blitzkrieg. I've heard the name before, like I know what it is. And for some reason I can't really spell it right now. I don't know why. Blitzkrieg. Okay, Blitz. I just gotta spell Blitz. B-L-I-T-Z. Whoops. B-L-I-T. There it is, Blitzkrieg. I just want to see just a small amount of information. An intense military campaign intended to bring about a swift victory. military. Oh, it was a military tactic calculated to create psychological shock and resultant disorganization in enemy forces through the employment of surprise speed and superiority and material firepower. Sometimes that could possibly be a what do you want to call it? A mental thing as well, right? Sometimes they don't even really have to do anything but show up really, really quickly, and that can cause people to panic. So I think that's where the first part of that battle happens with Blitzkrieg. You got these people moving very fast and really, really disorganize you before they even take foot, and then you see your ranks falling apart, and it's crazy because if you realize what's going on, I feel like they would be able to kind of like defend against that. But they say here in the song that there was also new military tactics, so there just might not have been a way to defend against that. Now I know there's all type of text and stuff out there. I want to see a video of what that looked like, right? Heinz Guderian. The Blitzkrieg was a form of military operation developed by an innovative member of the German military, Heinz Guderian, shortly before World War II. So they've been sitting in that. They've been sitting with it for a minute before World War II. Ooh, there's a lot of information to unpack here, but this is an amazing start to this album. Can't wait to explore the rest of them. I think what we're going to do is, if I can, we're going to be releasing Sabaton reactions daily until we complete this album, because I definitely need more. But anyways, you guys let me know what y'all thought about this video down in the comments. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.